Hi guys, I'm Jesse and you're watching Jesse's Starfield. In this playthrough, we're doing a let's play of a modded version of Starfield. Thanks for watching. Alright, hi guys, how you doing? We are back, and in this episode, I think I wanted to check out some things from Darkstar. So, if I go over here, there's some information, and this is something that I've messed around with a little bit, but this is the Darkstar astrodynamics, and this is all the ship parts and all the stuff like that that you get, but it says filters, all that. I showed you guys that before. That's just, I'll show you what that is. That's all this stuff. If you click it, it's on. If you click it red, it's off. So I have Deimos, I have Darkstar, I have Stroud, I have Tayo. Or Stroud and Tayo are off. Hope Tech is off. Deimos is on. I might as well turn these on. I could probably use them. I found that I was running out of things to be able to build on my ship. But anyways, that's the filters. And I also wanted to show you there's different grav drives. They open up at different tiers. As you can see, some of these are pretty high level. New game +5, new game +3. I'm on new game +2. So I'm on the X tier. The M tier class C drives, I can make those. Anyways, the reactors. Anyways, you get the picture. It's just a bunch of stuff that opens up at higher levels, right? And they're way better parts. But what I wanted to show you, there's that. I'll let you read that. You can pause that and read it if you want. But what I wanted to show you is Darkstar ships. So the Darkstar acquisition details. Darkstar currently provides 2 ships to qualified pilots. These are very powerful ships and cannot be allowed to fall into the wrong hands. Use them however you wish, but be warned, Darkstar is watching. So first, the Interceptor. And the thing with these ships is they unlock when you have 2 piloting, 2 shield systems, 2 particle beam weapon systems, and targeting control systems. Now the thing about it is I do not have a single point in particle beam weapon systems, which means I can't have access to this ship. And as you can see, the requirements are pretty steep, starting at level 45 to 59, and Mark II, Mark III, Mark IV, Mark V, and it says this: all interceptor ships use custom technology that allows them to give off special tech signatures and, in some cases, appear to be other ships on enemy scanners. Ship technicians may not understand all the technology installed on these ships, and spacers may see these ships as a legendary mantis on their screen, causing fear and disarray in their formation. And then there's an even better ship that requires piloting of 4 shield systems, 4 particle beam weapons, 4 and targeting control systems, 4. I am at 3 on the targeting control systems. I'm at 4 piloting, 4 shield systems, and don't have any particle beams. So naturally, I do have a couple of points that I got from leveling up in the last episode. So, yeah, level 125 and new game plus 10. That is quite high. I'm almost to level 120, but I am certainly not at new game plus 9. So I won't be able to get that chip for a while. I can get the new game plus 2, 85 plus new game 2, unless Mark 3 is unlocked. I don't know what that means, unless Mark 3 is unlocked. I don't know what that means. Oh, Mark 3. Alright. That's what it means. Unless Mark 4 is unlocked. Oh, okay. So it's just saying unless you have the next one. Alright. And that's the thing at the bottom is the same as the interceptor. So that's pretty cool. There's also what I wanted to show you is some clothing that you can make. And I want to make that right now. It's the Dark Star uniforms. Here it is, the Dark Star. And I think what I wanted to make is the officer. Was it the officer? Was it the operative? I think it was the officer. So we're gonna make this one. And the Dark Star beret.
I wish to speak to you.
And then we can upgrade it. Actually, we can. It's all ready to go. I don't have to put it at Mark 2 or Mark 3. It's already good to go. So I can already put it at, relic headwear, which gives a nice bonus to. I mean, it's at 24 at the basic level, and relic is at 96. So it goes from 24 to 96. That's quadruple. And this starts at 65 and it goes up to 177. Quite a difference. Quite a difference. So let's equip my new this is the one I wanted. So I'm probably going to be rocking with these drips for a while, and because they provide pretty good armor. So I'm going to retire the Constellation ship, or the Constellation drips. So the other thing I wanted to show you is what else did I want to show you? Oh yeah, the level up, right. So I have 2 skill points that I got, both of them from leveling up, which means I can use them on new skills. Now one of them I for sure want to use on the particle beam weapon systems, so that I can get the interceptor. If I get this one, if I go up a rank and I get that, I'll be able to get the interceptor, which I'm really looking forward to getting that ship. The requirements are not very steep, but it's a very good ship. And I could get this right now, but I'm going to play by my own rules that I said earlier, which is when I level up, I'm going to go to skills that I haven't gotten before. So, I'm debating whether or not I want to go with intimidation or instigating. Now, I did figure out how to do diplomacy, and the diplomacy, the intimidation, and the instigating all work the same way. That you have to do it with your scanner. That's how it works. So I think I figured out how to do that. The other option is this, but again, I don't know if this works with melee combat. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna hold off on that until I find out an answer. Currently at 9 out of 75. I'm at rank 3. Engaging stealth causes distant enemies to lose you. Range sneak attacks do 4 times more damage. And your melee sneak attacks do 10 times more damage. Very useful, very useful. So, want to get that ASAP. If I can do some sneak attacks with the melee weapon, which is what it requires. 75 melee unarmed sneak attacks. Not easy to do, but doable. So I'm thinking, yeah, let's go with the instigation. You can force target NPCs at or below your level to attack their allies for a limited time. That just seems like introducing chaos into the mix, you know? So, we got 500,000 credits, 528,000 credits, 526,000, 529,000 credits about. So I'm gonna buy some skill points, and then we'll find out what we want to do from there. So we got to go to Aquila to buy some skill point. I don't know if I want to buy 1 or 2. I'm not sure. It's at currently, no, not there. It's currently at, I think, 150,000 per perk point, which is not cheap, but I can make that probably in 2 different Radiant quests that you would do. And I do want to get into the Terran Armada DLC very soon, either in this episode or next episode, but maybe next episode. Yeah. Oh, there is another thing I wanted to show you. So I will do that right now. So what I wanted to show you is, if I look at my inventory, you see how what the text looks like? That is a different text. And if you see, it's red. It's red. It's not yellow, even though see, if you look on the right-hand side, that's the default color for legendaries. There's no way to change that at this point. That's called a key card, and there's no way to change the key card color right now. But this is done through a mod called Star UI Inventory and Star UI HUD and Star UI, what's the other one? Star UI HUD and Star UI Workbench. That's what it is. So what it does is, you might have seen this before in my playthrough. I did do an episode or 2 with the Praxis AI, and the problem was I thought I was using Praxis AI, but I was actually using, before that, I thought I was using the Praxis AI, but I was actually using a version of the Star UI Inventory, and it was just a leftover from prior. But the thing is, I didn't want to use it because it hadn't been updated for the new content. So I don't know why it was working. It shouldn't have been working, and I'm not sure why it was working, which is kind of nice. But there's now been a patch for Star UI Inventory, Star UI HUD, and Star UI what do you call it? Workbench. So what that does is it gives you extra information. See, it says it says weapons at the top left, and then I can press the L3 button and it goes to weapons, and then I can press it again and it goes to quantity, and then I can press it again and it goes to damage, the little triangle there where it says damage at the top. And this weapon does the most damage out of anything. And then it says DPS, which is very useful. Mass, value per mass, and ammo. And they have some other things, like if I press right on the L stick, it goes down to armor, goes down. And if I press down on this screen, then it can go down to my different weapons. Now the other thing is, if I hold the left bumper and I press down, it goes to the different kinds of weapons that I have, right? So these are my rifles. These are my, and before it had this icon. If you see for the glow pulse scan, all the weapons that I had that were Dark Star related that I had upgraded had this icon, and so I didn't have all these different icons for this Tonto. If it was a Dark Star upgraded weapon, it wouldn't have the melee icon. It would have the icon for this one, where it says right below the dot, where it says weapons at the top, where it says the dot right below the dot, where it says glow pulse scan to the left of that. They would all have that icon, and so I wouldn't be able to cycle through all these different weapons, you know. So that's how that works, and it works for the armor. If you notice, it also adds a lot of extra information, right? So you see that? It says the ammo, whatever. And if I do this, the armor, it's greatly enhanced. It says the total damage resistance, the physical resistance, the energy resistance, and the EMP, whatever it is. I don't know what that's called. Electromagnetic, I don't know what it is. But it gives that resistance, and then it gives my thermal, airborne, corrosive, and radiation, the mass, the value, and the value per mass. And it does that for the helmet, and it would do it for the boost pack, but the armor that I have has a built-in boost pack, so I don't have a boost pack equipped right now. Anyways, it just adds extra information that you can customize. You can customize what it tells you. So, I'm sorry, I'm getting a call here. I'm not going to answer that right now. In fact, I'm going to put my phone on airplane mode. Alright, sorry for the interruption, guys. I'm still getting into knowing how to manage my time for doing these streams and stuff, or doing these videos. So yeah, and as you can see, the all these are favorited. That's from, what is that called? What is that mod called? It's called like Favorites Extended, or Extended Favorites, or something like that. Really useful mod. You do need SFSE, Starfield Script Extender, and it's like one of the only mods that I have that require SFSE, but it's very useful because I can have more favorites, so I can have this many guns and it's not a problem in my favorites. Anyways, let's get those perk points. I could just fast travel to the rock, but I don't know. I kind of like walking.
I know Akiwa City rather well.
Akiwa.
Perhaps better than I would like.
Kind of like watching the life and just experiencing Akiwa, I guess. I will run though. I will say that.
Deputy.
So I have to decide if I want to buy 1 skill point or 2. Yeah, it's 150,000. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's do another one. Alright, what do we want to do here? Something useful. Particle beams is very useful. Particle beams do 30% more damage. That would be very helpful. Now this, I'm very close to getting this. I need less than 25 kills with a scoped weapon. I am really close to this one, so maybe I'll hold off. Melee weapons do 50% more damage, take 50% less damage while wielding a melee weapon. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold off on that skill point to get the dueling one. Thinking this one, but got that one out of the way. Robotics is the only one I can get there. So I have this one. I could get this, but I'm just not big on outposts. And that's really what I needed the first point for. So that I could set up the habs or whatever they are for the creation of plants in my outpost. You have to create plants that are part of the planet, and then you can just mass farm those sort of materials from those plants. So what do I want to do here? I could do this. Can I have up to 6 active crew members? Don't really need to though. I have plenty here. Pain tolerance. Pain tolerance is right here, by the way. I could do this because then my food and drink, the food that I make from TN's, or what is it? I don't know what it, here, I'll show you what it is. TG's Galactic Harvest. In this, there's a oh boy. There's a very easy recipe that it's basically that you can make a bunch of more food, that you can make almost whatever food you can think of, and that's pretty cool. But like, the only thing I'm really interested in this is all it takes is red meat, one red meat, and you get that from pretty much any alien kill. It'll drop a red meat or two, and then you can use that red meat to make a this barbecue pork supersized, and that actually currently gives me 190 plus 192% experience gain for 20 minutes, which is great for when you're about to go and kill a bunch of spacers or something. You just get massive amounts of experience from that, or zealots, or ecliptic, or whatever you want to call it. I only have 4, so I have to make more, but this is the raw meat. I think I have some in my ship. So, but yeah, that's like the only thing I really use the mod for, but it's just that experience boost is just chef's kiss, you know? So, let's get some more out of my inventory. I think I have some here. Let's get, I had 4, right? So let's get 6, make sure I have 10. Okay. So, we have to figure out what we're gonna do now.
It's really an honor to be.
I was gonna get a point, and I think I'm gonna go with nutrition. See, it was 190 plus 192. Let's see what it is now. It is 208 now, right? So it went up about 16 percentage. And I'm gonna save that other point for my melee kill.
Well, hey there.
I need like 2 more melee kills. While I'm here, I might as well knock out that one quest that I was doing that I started on. What was it called? False positives? Yeah, this is what it was.
You are free soon. Could we talk?
Oh, do you want to talk, Andreja?
What did you need? I have been curious. I know that your role in Constellation was thrust upon you in an unusual way. But that experience does not demand that you stay. You could have delivered the artifact and then left. Why do you stay? It does seem to be a unique situation with serious consequences. That is what
I'm
keeps
Starborn.
me
I
here as
know
well.
that the artifacts
My
mean
past
something.
is complicated. And anyone in Constellation will tell you I do not speak much of it. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. You must have a reason for being.
Gotta have a reason to get out of bed in the morning. I think having goals is important. Hopefully you leave a little time for fun too. Why is Constellation meaningful for
This
you?
group of people, who by rights would never associate with one another, has come together for a common cause. That is impressive on its own, before considering the magnitude of the work they have undertaken. The possibilities it holds. Yes, that is one way of putting it. I am often surprised at how reluctant some are to agree with the idea. They sometimes seem offended I would suggest such a thing. When I first came to New Atlantis, I was shocked at how many people go about their business every day like drones. They do their jobs, eat their food, sleep in their beds, all seemingly without concern for anything around them. Complacent. Their experience is so different from much of the settled systems. They do not know how good they have it. Yes, they were. I did not grow up amidst such luxury. Purpose cuts through adversity. I know that all too well. And these people seem to have no idea. I have. There have been times where I wondered whether it was worth it. My family is unique within the settled systems. I grew up outside the bounds of the United Colonies, or the Freestar Collective. My parents, and their parents before them, did not believe anyone outside our family could be trusted or relied upon. You can imagine, I am sure, how existence without ties to others is challenging in space.
Yeah.
They believed, and still do, that anyone who was not part of our family did not share our values, our goals, and was ultimately a potential threat. My time in the settled systems has mostly led me to agree with them. Choice had nothing to do with it, not for me. But looking back, I understand their concern. For now, though, it would seem you and I have found purpose in Constellation. I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we have common cause, and have enjoyed our time together. Thank you.
Polite.
Here, I have something for you. Yes, well, it seemed like a good idea. I saw it earlier and thought you might like it. Or find it useful. Or, well, whatever. Of course. We are partners, are we not? I will keep an eye out in the future. And if I see something, I might hold on to it for you.
Okay, so I did want to go travel with Sam. Let me see if Andreja has anything else to
Have
say.
my attention.
No.
So, yeah.
Drips. Alright, where are you, Sam?
Always a pleasure.
Sam up there?
I'm up for a little adventure.
Oh, he's right there.
Any day you make it through is a victory in my book. It's about time. I miss the company.
Such a shame. I'm afraid we have had all the best adventures already, Sam.
No adventure? Well, we'll find some hijinks then. Maybe a shenanigan or two.
Alright, so... we wanted to go over here. So, what is this? Where do we want to go here? Let's get some of these points of interest here. Stop by this place at some point later.
Would someone really tamper with the data intentionally? I just don't see any other explanation. Oh, it's you. I got the data from the seismic sensors, and I need help. Nothing that would get you in trouble this time. Promise. I need someone to go talk to Davis Wilson. He isn't speaking to me. None of the security folks are, actually. Oh, thank you. It's really nice to hear that when others just don't seem to care. Remember the sensors you helped me set up around the city? Well, Davis Wilson is pretty angry about it. I suppose I should have expected that, but now no one involved with security is willing to talk to me. At all. And I really need to coordinate with them because the data I'm getting from the sensors is, well, it's off. Not what I expected at all. kinda everything. The timing of the results, the strength of the signals. I did a lot of research on the Ashta before I started this project, and none of it lines up like it should. No, the tech is fine. I never would have put it out there if I had any reservations about that. Look, I know I screwed up here. I went behind Davis's back and did what he told me not to. I don't expect him to talk to me.
For shame.
But this, I'm not gonna lie, it looks an awful lot like someone has been purposely messing with the system. I can't just stroll up and accuse him of anything, but maybe someone, you I'm thinking, could just ask around, see if something's going on.
Yeah, I can do
I'd
that.
really appreciate it.
I can do that. Why not?
People around here think we own Aquila. They're wrong. The Ashta do. Don't mean to be rude, but I got a lot of things on my plate right now, so unless this is important, I'm gonna have to ask you to come back some other time. Oh, did you now? And did that perhaps come from a certain entitled so-called inventor who's caused me no end of headaches? Right, of course you are. Well then, concerned citizen, there have been some unpleasant developments of late. I'm not gonna name names, but you and I both know damn well who to thank. She made my life a lot more difficult, but I don't have time to deal with that right now. I have more important things to worry about. Been tracking Ashta for a long time now, and suddenly their behavior doesn't add up. Probably not a coincidence. Maybe it would, but right now I don't give a damn about her data. Now I need to get back out there and get some eyes on this situation. Since you so interested, looks like you can handle yourself. You wanna join me? Yeah, I've heard more than a few hunters say something similar. They nearly all apologize for it later. Gear yourself up however you need to and meet me at the gate. We'll head out from there.
Alright.
Private sector. That's where the real.
Run, Sam, run.
Vigilance is what keeps Aquila City safe. All right, you ready to head out there? Well, you certainly brought enough enthusiasm for the both of us. Just stick close to me, keep your head on a swivel, and you'll be fine. We'll be back before you know it. And maybe we'll get some answers.
Alright.
If you're looking for work, Mayor Cartwright might have something. Or point you the right way.
Where's my animal? Alien weapon.
This is what I'm talking about. These.
Alright, I want to show you this weapon that I got. It does shattering, breakthrough, even the toughest armor, strongest armor, exterminator, 30% damage against aliens, and concussive, small chance to knock down targets.
Tracks. They're all wrong. The spacing, the depth, just doesn't make any sense. Let's keep going. The Ashta are clever, but they're usually predictable. These tracks don't follow any other paths I expect them to. It just doesn't add up. Looks like the tracks head this way. Someone sent this thing out to mimic the Ashta? Why in the world? Shit, you hear that? Eyes up, we got incoming.
Okay, this does a lot of damage against the Ashta. So
That's how you get the job done.
gotta get those heavy weapon kills.
Stay close, stay safe. You know how to handle yourself. Most times someone encounters an Ashta, they panic. Not you.
That's right.
Now I got even more questions. Who in the hell did this, and why? No, I expect not. Someone from Aquila Security did this. We're the only ones that have access to these robots or can change their orders. I need to check this over, see if I can find some more details. While I do that, I need you to run back to the city. Check the access logs on the computer in the barracks. Look for whoever signed for this thing last. I'll meet you in the city when I'm done here.
Gotta shut the door there, Davies. Wait, Sam, come on in. Come on in, Sam.
Don't you worry. Those walls are solid.
So we're gonna have a house bomb?
Carrots are coming in nice. Any damage?
No, just some graffiti. We cleaned it right up.
Having a good one?
Yeah, this is a trek, isn't it?
People joke. Say those Varun zealots worship a snake. Let me tell you, it ain't a snake. It's some kind of celestial being. They call it the Great Serpent. Is it real? Well, if I know. They think it is. That makes them dangerous.
Patrol notes. Today's notes. If anyone can find El Meadows' helmet, there will be a reward. It has a picture of his son on it, so it has sentimental value. Okay.
If it weren't for the walls, the whole town would be an Ashta buffet. Oh, hey there. Back already. Davis said something about you going on patrol with him? He's... he's alright, isn't he? Nothing, bad happened out there. Oh, no. Look, people getting hurt was never part of it. Davis has just been so stressed over this whole thing with that woman and her sensors, and it's been affecting him on the job. The damn robot was just supposed to stomp around, mess up her data, and then come back. I didn't know it would rile up the Ashta so much, and it wasn't supposed to break down.
No, I'm not gonna take a bribe. Do I want her to get fired, or do I want her to go? Want Davis to go easy on her? I don't know.
It won't matter. I really screwed this up.
I don't know. Davis is a stand-up guy. And however dumb your actions were, the reasons weren't. But you might want to update your resume just in case.
Okay. So...
Chunks is such an eyesore in Aquila. But, well, I can go for some chunks.
It'd help if I had a couple of
See, Sarah does not like chunks at all, but Sam is all about the chunks.
We need to get to the bottom of it. The robot's internals are fried, so I came up empty. You have any better luck than I did? Know who's responsible? You serious? Oh, Bailey, what were you thinking? My own people sabotaging equipment. Whole world's going crazy. Well, I'm gonna have to go deal with this. Thanks for helping out. I'll kick some credits your way. May not be much. Not made of money around here. You might want to give Miss Alpin some time to get clean data. Might be her research. Well, it might prove useful.
Alright, so... Gotta wait 24 hours. What can I do here? I can do this.
The finest folk in the settled systems make their home right here. Good to meet you, friend. Name's Elias Cartwright. I'm the mayor of Aquila City. Now, I've got a memory for faces, and I can't say I've seen yours around here before. I make it a point to introduce myself to everyone who passes through our fine city. As the founder himself once said, there's no substitute for a warm welcome and a friendly smile. Ah, that'd be Solomon Coe, who stuck a shovel in the ground right here over 160 years ago. That first settlement grew to become the city you see today. And let me tell you, it was no small hardship to make that dream a reality. Yes, indeed, this place has a proud and noble history. Why, for some of us, it's practically hallowed ground. That's why I like to meet each and every person who comes here, to make sure they know what a special place our city is. You're more than welcome. As I'm sure you know, us folk in the Freestar Collective put great stock in human kindness and generosity of spirit. I like to think that's what sets us apart from our neighbors in the United Colonies. We don't rely on machines or bureaucracy. We rely on each other. I won't pry about what brought you here. That's all of your business and none of mine. However, I'd be more than happy to give you the scoop about the core and Midtown. Ah, you must be referring to The Rock. It's home to the largest and oldest cantina in town. That's also where the Council of Governors holds its occasional strategy meetings. As mayor of the city, I have a seat on the council. The Freestar Rangers are headquartered in the upper floors. They've got the best view of the city. I like to think that means they're always keeping an eye on the rest of us. I have to say, I sleep a little easier knowing the Marshal and his Rangers are up there protecting the Freestar Collective. The core is the oldest district and represents the original settlement dating back to the days of Solomon Coe. The descendants of the original settlers still make their home there today. Frank's just the latest owner of the old Hassanov Manor, and he's the worst, simply the worst. But it's been a problem since the Hassanov family ran out of heirs. There's an old wrong the Cartwrights have been trying to right for decades. And hence, well, I need help. Of course, of course. The last Hassanov was Sahar. Sad tale there. By all accounts, when she lost her last grandchild around 40 years ago, well, it broke her. She packed up and just plain left the estate. Built some farm far from Aquila City, and the protection of its walls. It didn't take long before the Ashta overran the farm, and just like that, no more Hassanovs. The Hassanovs were one of the early families that took to making a living in space. Very industrious, mainly miners. They settled planetside in the earliest days of Aquila City. They helped good old Solomon Coe a time or two, but they didn't fare well living in full gravity after a couple of generations in zero-G. Lots of health issues. Eventually a string of just terrible luck left only lonely old Sahar Hassanov. Poor lady. And those that were healthy kept leaving Aquila. The call of the stars. A lot of folks thought the same. So I need someone to go to the old Sahar farm, brave the Ashta, and see if she left a will. I swear I'll honor her wishes. Aquila owes her family that much. And if it happens to kick Mr. Big Shot out of the core, well, that'll be a bonus. Sahar left no heirs, no instructions, so everything the Hassanovs owned was in limbo. What happened to the estate? Well, you'd have to be a lawyer to make heads or tails of it. But eventually it wound up on the open market, so slick neon corporate shills could grace our community. If she named any heir, we could get the estate back where it belongs. See things made right. Sahar's farm is elsewhere on the planet. If you can't handle Ashta, please just don't go. I don't want this whole sordid story to have more tragedy. Be careful, and look out for yourself.
Alright, alright. Pretty chill
You
episode,
never know what
I
you'll
would say.
find. This place is...
Where's the other Ashta? Don't see it anywhere. Oh well. Don't need it. Small little place. Alright, we're going, Sam. Don't worry. Found the will.
Never ever go outside the city walls.
Why are there two icons? Talk to Alright, let's go talk to him.
Aquila City is lucky that Hope Tech still deals with them after the reception I've gotten. I come here offering business, employment opportunities, and they practically spit in my face. I'm a senior vice president. Cut my teeth with mineral acquisitions for some of the pricier things we need for the ships. I was really looking forward to having my own region to manage. But now... Me? I did something wrong. Let me explain. So Ron Hope assigns me to Aquila City, and I'm excited, right? Could be a plum assignment. But I need a place to sleep here, so I bought some prime real estate for me and my girl. And damn it, you'd think I plowed through a sacred burial site. Listen, I'm not the one selling some priceless historical manor. That's not on me. That's just the thing, isn't it? It's not really. All the manors on the core were built by the founders. But this isn't some sort of sacred ground, right? It's just housing. And the owners before, some nobody third-tier family. But it's the core. Ha! Like I care. And give them the satisfaction? Ha! Never. Thanks for hearing me out. Hope you have a better day than I've had. I committed the great sin of buying a house. The fact it was in the core is apparently grounds for me to face a firing squad, based on the looks I've been getting. Everyone seems to think the core is some kind of sacred ground, only fit for worthy descendants of the city founders to live in. Well, real estate is real estate. I don't give a damn where it is. The place was for sale, and I bought it. I didn't cheat or do anything wrong. If people don't like it that an outsider bought one of their ancient family residences, then it's their problem and not mine. You're damn right I don't. In fact, I almost feel sorry for them. Bunch of wrong-headed, judgmental, backward-looking dust wranglers. That's what these people are. Every credit I spent on that house, I made with honest, hard work. I come here to make my way, and this is how they treat me. I can tell they're all hoping I sell and move out, but the hell with that. I'm gonna stay here and stick it to them all. Make them suffer.
I don't like this guy.
Oh, the who? Wait. Hassanov. You mean the family that owned this manor? Oh, hell. Elias Cartwright. That man's always had it out for me. My credits are as good as anyone else around here. I got a business proposition. 10,000 credits, and I take that alleged will off your hands. No questions asked. Suit yourself. But there's no way Elias Cartwright or any of those other core snobs will offer you anything close.
So you sold 3 pickups today?
Yeah, might get some more on the back end. Your casserole sealed the deal.
Don't you need to wait for
I don't like that guy. I don't want to be a jerk, because Aquila has its own problems with hierarchical structure of families or whatever. But, you know, you can't be an asshole. You can't be a jerk. And that's what that guy is, so...
We need to be smart.
You know what? You can just stick it.
Like I said, be careful. I'd rather you forget the whole Hassanov business rather than getting hurt. You got it! That's wonderful! But Blake Aldwell... Let me think back. There was a Blake. Might be we can track him or any surviving kin down. I'll get my lawyer on this. Frank Langston's in for a rude surprise. And we can maybe see a Hassanov return back to the core.
Alright.
No, he won't. But this ain't neon. We've got real laws here in Aquila City. You've more than earned this. You've done the city a great service.
Alright. Well, I think maybe I will get... How much credits do I have? Yeah. Nope. Not gonna get us another skill point. So I'm gonna cut it off here, guys. When we start up again, we might just do Terran Armada. I'm thinking that's kind of what I want to do. Or we'll do more of Dazra. One of the two. One of the DLCs. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later.